The Sukhoi Su-37 is an experimental single-seat, supermaneuverable multirole jet fighter, designed by Sukhoi. A further development of the original Su-27 flanker, it was modified from the first-generation Su-35 prototypes. The Su-37 features an upgraded avionic suite and fire control system, but its most notable additions are the thrust vectoring nozzles. Only 2 prototypes were converted. During the Su-35 flight test program, active controls during dogfighting maneuvers could not be attained. At the same time, Sukhoi was exploring the application of thrust vectoring nozzles for fighter jets, giving it better dogfighting attributes. The first Su-37, converted from the 11th Su-35, made its maiden flight in April 1996 at Zhukovsky. It was joined by a second prototype in 1998. Throughout the entire program, the Su-37 demonstrated its potential to prospective operators at numerous air shows, performing maneuvers which were previously thought as impossible, among which was a 360-degree somersault. Despite its potential tactical advantage, the Su-37 did not enter production, and instead remained as a technology demonstrator for updated Su-27 family aircraft such as the export Su-30 and the modernized Su-35. Design and development. The earliest records on thrust vectoring technology research within Sukhoi began in 1983. The Design Bureau studied two-dimensional vector nozzle, which was believed by the West to be the best way of controlling thrust. Sukhoi modified an Su-27 UBPS twin-seater with a 2D nozzle to verify the feasibility of this kind of nozzle. However, the Design Bureau's general designer, Mikhail Simonov, believed asymmetrical nozzles to be more suitable. At the request of Sukhoi, experiments on both types of nozzles were carried out by the Siberian Aeronautical Research Institute. Meanwhile, Sukhoi was busy with the T-10M program, which was a comprehensive upgrade over the Su-27. The T-10M would incorporate aerodynamic modifications, improved avionics and armament, and have a better propulsion system, designed to give it greatly enhanced agility. The first Su-27M prototype made its maiden flight on 28 June 1988. Changes from the Su-27 include canards, upgraded engines, new radar, and a digital fly-by-wire flight control system. Later Su-35 prototypes featured glass cockpits and modified vertical stabilizers. The Su-35's construction made significant use of composites, including aluminium-lithium alloy. The aircraft, like the Su-27, could perform the previously unattainable Pugatchev's Cobra and tailslide, but during these low-speed maneuvers, active controls could not be achieved because the flight control surfaces were ineffective. In 1995, the 11th T-10M prototype, T-10M11, was delivered to Sukhoi's experimental workshop to be outfitted with exclusive systems. Built by Narpo, its structure has increased carbon fiber and alloy content. Installed was the 2D thrust vectoring Lyulka AL-31FP, an interim measure pending the availability of the AL-37FU. The AL-31FP, in fact, is a hybrid version combining the AL-31F and the vectoring nozzle of the AL-37FU. Being fitted with a 2D vector nozzle, the AL-31FU is only variable in pitch, plus or minus 15 degree. The engine not only incorporates a new generation 2D TVC nozzle but also is resistant to engine surge even during inverted and flat spins, giving better reliability and maneuverability even when the angle of attack is 180 degree. The fire control system was also improved. An upgraded Phasotron N010M Tsuk-M pulse Doppler radar was fitted. It can scan 180 degree horizontally and 55 degree up and down, and is capable of tracking 20 aerial targets and guiding 8 air-to-air missiles. In the aircraft's tail sting is an N011M rearward-facing radar, which has a 120 degree view horizontally and in elevation. The Su-37 also features an upgraded electronic warfare support measures package. It can carry air-to-air and air-to-surface weapons on 12 hardpoints. The vast range of weapons, of which the Su-37 can carry 8,000 kg, is supplemented by the 150-round 30-ohm GSH-301 cannon. Instead of traditional analog instruments, the cockpit has 40-form Sextan avionic LCD multifunction displays. These display air data navigation, system status, weapons system selection and tactical situation information. The pilot, who is provided with a head-up display, sits on the K-36 decimeter's ejection seat inclined 30 degrees to help counter the effects of high G-forces. The pilot steers with a side stick and pressure-sensing throttles. The two-grip flying control configuration was designed to prevent the pilot from losing contact with the controls when the aircraft is engaged in fast-vectored thrust maneuvers. Both the fixed throttle and the side stick controller provide secure points for the pilot to brace his hands. Operational history: painted in a disruptive sand and brown scheme, the aircraft was given the code 711 blue, later changed to 711 white. Its maiden flight occurred at Zhukovsky on 2 April 1996, with Yevgeny Frolov at the controls. The nozzle was locked fully aft throughout the flight, and it was not until the sixth flight that tests on the thrust vector nozzles commenced. Frolov was joined by Igor Votintsev, and for the next 12 days, the two had amassed 12 flights between them. The 711 blue was demonstrated to the press at Zhukovsky in spring 1996, by which time it was redesignated Su-37. Its debut to the general public came in September that year at the Farnborough Air Show, piloted by Sukhoi test pilot Yevgeny Frolov. A big talking point of the show was its performance of the Super Cobra, when the aircraft pitched up to 180 degrees, literally flying tail first, albeit for only a few seconds. This maneuver evolved into the 360-degree Frolov chakra somersault. The following year, the aircraft arrived on the fifth and last day of the Paris Air Show to perform 5 aerial displays, the fourth of which was marred by a minor incident when the emergency undercarriage extension handle was moved, preventing gear retraction. It appeared at that year's MAKS Air Show and Dubai International Defense Exhibition, as well as the 1998 FIDE Air Show in Chile. For the latter two, the Su-37 appeared under the enigmatic designation, Su-37 Mr. In 1998, a second Su-37 was similarly converted before making its first flight on 23 March the same year. Flight tests and demonstrations at air shows continued until 2000. In 2001, 711 was outfitted with AL-31F engines and updated fly-by-wire flight control system and avionics. In December 2002, 711 crashed during a ferry flight, effectively bringing an end to the program. The fault was later traced to a software malfunction. The Su-37 did not reach the production stage, although by mid-2000, Sukhoi introduced several modernizations of Su-27, such as Su-30MKI and second-generation Su-35, which feature similar improvements such as improved avionics and radar systems, and thrust vectoring engines. Specifications: data from Sukhoi Su-27 Flanker, Air Superiority Fighter, Sukhoi Su-27 Flanker, General Characteristics, Crew, 1, Length, 21.935 meters, Wingspan, 14.698 m, Height, 5.932 m, Wing Area, 62.0 mass squared, Empty weight, 18,500 kilograms, Max takeoff weight, 35,000 kilograms, Power plant, 2 Lyok AL-37 FU afterburning turbofans, dry thrust, 7,600 kilogram forces each, thrust with afterburner, 145 kilonewtons each. Performance: maximum speed, Mach 2.35, range, 3,300 kilometers, service ceiling, 18,000 m, maximum G loading, plus 10 over A3G, armament, 1 30 mm GSH-30 cannon with 150 rounds, 12 wing and fuselage stations for up to 8,000 kilograms of ordnance, see also. Related development: Sukhoi Su-30, Sukhoi Su-33, Sukhoi Su-47, aircraft of comparable role, configuration and era, General Dynamics F-16 Vista, McDonnell Douglas F-15 active, McDonnell Douglas FA-18 HARV, related lists, list of military aircraft of the Soviet Union and the CIS, citations. References, Su-37 shows its thrust. Flight International 150, 7. August 28, 1996. ISNA 0015-3710. Archived from the original on October 1, 2013. Retrieved October 1, 2013. Eden, Paul, ed. The Encyclopedia of Modern Military Aircraft. London, Amber Books. ISBN A1-904687-84-9. Jethin, Howard. Sukhoi flies latest Su-37 demonstrator. Flight International 154, 32. ISNA 0015-3710. Archived from the original on November 8, 2012. Retrieved October 26, 2013. Gordon, Efim. Sukhoi Su-27 Flanker, Air Superiority Fighter. London, Airlife Publishing. ISBN A1-84037-029-7. Gordon, Efim. Davison, Peter. Sukhoi Su-27 Flanker. Warbird Tech 42. North Branch, Minnesota, Specialty Press. ISBN A1-58007-091-4. Tata, Easy. Sukhoi Su-37. Fighter Tactics Academy. Retrieved July 14, 2011. Williams, Mel, ed. Sukhoi Superflankers. Superfighters, the next generation of combat aircraft. London, Airtime Publishing. ISBN A1-880588-53-6. Wilson, Stuart. Sukhoi Su-35 37ths. Combat aircraft, since 1945. Fyshik, Australia, Aerospace Publications. ISBN A1-875671-50-1. External links, Su-37 at enemyforces.com, Su-37 at Russian Military Analysis, Su-37 at airforce-technology.com.